What is up, YouTube channel? It's been, honestly, it hasn't even been that long. I think my last video was February, which I think it's 2 months because it's April right now. So 4 minus 2 is 2. So yeah, it's been 2 months and I mean, what can I say? I have no excuse. It's just been laziness, procrastinating. I mean, you know how it is. And when you don't care that much about YouTube, then it's very easy to go 2 months without posting. And football season has long been over, so that's another huge reason. Because most of my videos uh, back then were just weekly NFL picks. But that's changing, hopefully. We'll see. I don't know. A lot has changed since I made that video. A lot has changed. And I won't go into details, but let's just say right now in my life, I'm in a good spot to start making videos consistently. Anyway, that's not why I'm making this video. This is not a life update video. You guys don't need to know all that. Um, I You can see by the title of the video, I want to talk about something very, very specific. And honestly, that's you gotta care even when you don't care. And what I mean by that is, at least for me, I'm somebody who more often than not, I like to keep to my own. I don't like to actively go out of my way to interact with people. I guess you can call it being an introvert, but I don't feel like an introvert myself, but I guess you could call it that. I keep to myself. I don't engage. I'm laid back. I don't go out every night. Stuff. You kind of get the idea of what kind of person I'm forming here, right? Um, I generally don't engage. I just don't. I like to keep to myself. Let me just tell you, if you're somebody like that, or if you have some kind of social anxiety or some kind of anxiety or you're an introvert or something that keeps you very like shelled off from everybody, it's not good. And like I said, I am like that sometimes. But my point of this video is to let you guys know that you gotta care. You gotta care about being more active, more involved, more of an extrovert. You have to care even if you don't care. Why? Because if you keep to yourself, then keeping to yourself means you're not building those relationships with other people, with other humans, and you need to, because at the end of the day, whether you're successful or not is all gonna mostly be determined by your relationships with other people, your happiness in life, and I shouldn't have said success. I should have said contentment in life, happiness, success, joy. All that's really gonna come down to who you have in your life and those relationships you have in your life. Because it's all about relationships. And I think the obvious example here is that if you fall in hard times and if you have people around you, people who care about you around you, then that hard time isn't going to be that hard. You're going to have resources around you to help lift you up during those hard times. Whereas if you're somebody who really keeps to themselves, and if you're not working on those relationships you have, that's going to bite you in the butt later on when crap hits the fan. So my main point is, listen, I get you're not outgoing, you're not an extrovert, but like, especially in the business world, my God, if you don't make connections and relationships, you're not going anywhere. Like, there's been so many examples of people getting really great, phenomenal jobs that boosted their career just because they knew somebody who knew somebody. And that's it. It was just who you know. And honestly, that can be a cheat code in your career. If you know a lot of people, chances are you're going to see a lot of opportunities open, a lot of doors open. So, I mean, that's why it's just so hard to stay on top of those things. And you just got to, it's an active thing. You can't just glide through life, sail through life, hoping to meet new people and connect with people. You got to actively work on that, whether that's, going through your friends list and randomly sending a message like, hey, what's up, how you doing, long time no, haven't talked in a minute, or if you're on LinkedIn and going through your connections, like that stuff matters. And people love to feel wanted. You know, I think that's probably the number one desire that people have, is they want to feel like they're significant, like they're wanted, right? And my God, if you can be that one person in someone's life who you're the person that makes them feel wanted, that's gonna go a long way, long way. Not only are you doing something like genuinely good for someone else, um, but man, like so many great things can come out of that. So I mean, hey, if you're watching this and if you're that person who you just want to be alone all the time and you don't really care about interacting with other people, regardless of the industry you're in, you gotta change that, because who said it? Did Negan say in The Walking Dead? I think he did. I think Negan said, people, this is a bad person to quote from. Well, he's not real, but he said, people are the number one resource. And that's true. And not to just talk in circles here, but I sometimes just don't ever want to talk to anybody. I just don't. I just want to keep to myself. I just want to keep to myself in my sadness and depression. I'm not depressed. I'm not depressed. I shouldn't have said depression. I'm not depressed. Just myself, my solitude, my solitude. Just why not? Let me wallow in my own sadness. But you can't do that. You have to actively force yourself to have relationships, meaningful relationships with other people. And hey, I'm not an expert. Like, I have so much work to do on my end. And hey, let me tell you this one last thing before I go. There's going to be situations where you reach out to somebody and you want to get to know them, or you want to, build that relationship, and they're not going to reciprocate. They're kind of going to reject you in a way, but not really. Like, they're going to want no part of it, and that's fine. Those people, you just shove to the side and you move on, because there's 7 billion other people in the world who possibly want to be your friend or connect with you. But just keep that in mind. Not everybody's going to be friendly. Not everybody is going to want to be your friend, and that's fine. Believe me, I've gone through that so many times, and it is what it is. You just got to move on. But yes, last thing before I go. If you're watching this, humans are your best friend. Connect with them, build those relationships, and in the future, it will pay off. Peace.